So organic farming, compared with 15 years ago, I guess simply put, is it's mainstreaming. It's a niche activity and it's a niche market still, but it's becoming more mainstream. At the market level, it's becoming more mainstream because the supermarkets in particular are shelving it. And secondly, you've got exporters looking for product, whether it's beef and lamb, right through to broccoli and potatoes, milled products, etc. So from that point of view, it's broadening the base and the offer. But certainly, and whilst it's growing, it's clearly still a niche, I should say. Certified organic is a particular market positioning for some. At the farming community, we've certainly got more farmers looking at the biological side of things, and some of them are going the full tote into certified organic. But we often encourage people to look at the biological farming aspect first, by which I mean, if organic is the diamond tip edge of that general trend, biological, you still might be using the odd herbicide, you might be doing other things, but you're focusing on soil health and soil biology, and quickly realising in fact that even using some herbicides are possibly doing more harm in other ways that you hadn't even realised. So days we hold, the biological roadshow that we hold every year around the country is now attracting more and more people who are questioning some of their farming practices. They've spent years doing the same thing and they're either getting the same results except often less yield. And the likes of the Gary Zimmers of the world and others are coming out and helping people understand a different way of looking at things. And from that, they're realising that it's not quite anywhere near as scary as they thought it was to farm biological, and in turn are then seeing that organic is in fact not anywhere near as scary as it then looked once they're a little bit along that track. Most farmers who eventually successfully migrate through to organic practices look back and say their biggest challenge of all was their mindset. It wasn't a particular pest or it wasn't a fertility program, it was actually their mindset looking at the whole farming system in a very different way. So I think that's what the trend has become, that organic is a bit more accepted. Certainly it's accepted in the marketplace as a clear marketplace offering, as a niche product. And I think more in the farming community are realising that biological farming, and for some certified organic farming, is possibly more of an option for them than they initially realised. So I guess for people who are thinking of starting out, or making that first step, they feel, from changing from a system that I guess you could call non-biological or not as biological as it could be, there's all sorts of things you can do, and there's no single cold turkey method of doing it. In fact, it's probably dangerous to go completely cold turkey. And there's certainly, good or bad news is there's no single recipe book that you can pick up and necessarily read. Having said that, one of the best books I've ever come across for a farmer is the book called The Biological Farmer by Gary Zimmer. It's one of the most, a mixture of entertaining, because he's a natural born entertainer, but it's simple enough to be understood really by anyone. It gives you a grasp of soil science in a whole new way. And it's practical because he's a farmer himself. So there's things like that. BFA membership it's got nothing to do with organic certification. It's about $100 a year for people, and they can do that. They can hide away. They don't have to come out to public gatherings to be seen, and people sort of, they might feel that they're sort of going to be outed as a biological organic farmer. They can do that, and they get all sorts of publications. Again, they can read about other farmers. They can read about the standards. They can read about tests and research that is going on that might be applicable to their sector. They can do that calmly in their own comfort of their own tractor or lounge room. And then coming to events like the Roadshow. So we hold them every year around the country. There's a growing number of events like this that have got this biological farming sort of trend to them. So getting hold of that sort of information, and I guess then you start to meet, by coming to these sorts of events, you do meet other farmers, some of whom are starting out, they're early in the phase, and there's others who have gone the hard yards and have tales to tell. So I think it's about a journey. It's never about the destination. I guess we never get to the destination. But if we take the first few steps of just getting some information and meeting people who have done it, and people do start to realise that it's far less scary than they actually thought. As I said, often looking back, many of the more successful organic farmers talk about the fact that their biggest barrier in the end was their mindset. They just honestly didn't think something could happen a particular way. And by changing that mindset, which is only a matter of process, there's, often people say it's tricky to the fact that there's a conversion period of a few years to get full certified organic. In actual fact, the conversion of your mind is probably the longer thing, that often takes place. And, coming back to the trainees and the students who are moving through the likes of Albury TAFE are clearly part of the next generation to assist in that very practice change. For those who want to go certified organic. We produce every second year what's called the Australian Organic Market Report, and that's launched in October 2012 is the next report. That is basically an analysis of the farming trends right through to retail and even what consumers are thinking about organic, where they're buying it, why they're buying it, those sorts of things. So we encourage people to do your research ultimately, because organic is not necessarily a market panacea. It's not going to solve all your problems unless you do that research and talk to the wholesalers or the processors who might be potentially taking your product. Find out what they're missing at the moment or what they're projecting they'll need into the future. If you're an organic lamb producer, you're absolutely laughing with prices at the moment as one example. There's other people needing beef that are certified to specific markets overseas. So talk to those sorts of people. And talk to the likes of Australian Certified Organic, which is our certification subsidiary, about those requirements for overseas markets if that's where you're aiming, or what is in demand in the domestic market.